Hello everyone, this is Igual. I was going to do a video on why I don't prefer Planet Fitness and similar type workout facilities. But in order to get into that, I gotta basically start kind of with the history of workout facilities. Um, when I was starting out in my earlier days of lifting, um, the the gyms that I would go to, a lot of them were more like you would call them like old school, kind of like hardcore gyms, and it was basically like there was weights everywhere, and there was strength training machines everywhere, but then there would also near one wall there would be like maybe a row of treadmills for people who want to get cardio in, and that was a common type of gym, and well, when Planet Fitness was created, they saw that there was a certain niche, a whole massive group of people that wasn't being specifically targeted and reached to try to draw into a gym. And it's not just this way with gyms, but it's this way with whatever product you're trying to sell, whether it's beer, whether it's anything, houses. You try to reach all different types of markets. You try to reach wealthier people, poorer people, Caucasian people, Hispanic people. Advertisers always try to cover all grounds. So what Planet Fitness did is they said there's millions of people in America who they're not hardcore dedicated to working out, and they feel a little uncomfortable being in a gym setting. Maybe they're overweight, maybe they're like heavily obese, maybe they're a little unsure of the equipment, they're unsure what to do. And the creators of Planet Fitness realized that if we can specifically target the people who otherwise would never join a gym because they might feel intimidated or uncomfortable or out of place, if we can specifically target the millions of Americans in that group, we can, we can really pull in the members, and so that's what they set out to do. So, in their quest to pull in all the people that, like I said, aren't that dedicated to working out, aren't that comfortable around the gym, what they've done is in their quest to make them feel more comfortable, to where there's like no intimidation and no uneasiness whatsoever. They've done basically what's like a reverse type of judgment. It's like not only are we not going to judge you for not knowing the machines or for being way out of shape, which isn't a bad thing. You don't make you a bad person because you're out of shape. But they're like, not only are we not going to judge you for it, but we're going to bend over backwards and go out of our way to make the people who are serious about lifting, to kind of put a clamper on them, to kind of keep them down. Because the last thing we want in our little niche of gyms that's designed for people that aren't necessarily comfortable in a gym, the last thing we want is for any of this particular group of people to feel uncomfortable. So they went out of their way, like I said, the opposite way, to make people who are serious to kind of, zip, calm it down. We don't want anyone to say, well, he's big, he's muscular, I feel uncomfortable in this gym. They want the gym to be surrounded with like-minded folks. You know what I said? It's like a particular niche. So what they do there is they have a thing called a lunk alarm. If you're in there and you're training hard, like you're serious, I mean, you're pushing yourself to the limit, like you're focused and you're dedicated and you're pushing hard. If they hear a little sound coming from your mouth, like, ugh, like a little bit of grunt, which in the old school gyms I went to, everyone, once they were going heavy, there was some kind of sound. I mean, obviously you don't yell every single rep just to draw attention, but if you make some kind of sound when you're lifting, this blue lunk alarm starts spinning and you rant, and it's designed to humiliate and embarrass and make the person lifting that weight feel uncomfortable, so they'll stop. because they don't want the person who's at a beginner level to feel intimidated. So, like I said, they go out of their way to humiliate the serious lifter. Um, they tell you don't wear blue jeans in there. In a lot of gyms that I went to growing up, especially guys in their 30s and 40s or above, a lot of them would come in blue jeans. Not everybody wants to wear baggy, stretchy pants. They say stuff like no head rags, and which I don't see anything wrong with that. That's not a bad thing. They don't want you to wear head rags tight over your head. They don't want you to wear super tight fitting, like the wide back bodybuilding shirts. They don't want them tight. They don't want anything that can give their regular customers a feeling of maybe that they're less than adequate. And that's what they do. And so there's a lot of gyms nowadays that are following that particular method because they know that a lot of people that get it in their mind that, oh, I got to start getting into shape. They know that a lot of people that decide that they want to, try to get better aren't that dedicated with it and don't follow through with it. A good majority of people in most gyms don't attend regular with serious dedication year after year. When people have when a gym gets members in, they're relying on just getting that money in the door. Whether you show up or not, that doesn't matter. They need you to sign up and become a member. A lot of people, when the new year starts, they will sign up at a gym, show up for the first few weeks of the year, and then just they're gone again. And people who have been around gyms a long time, they know that. They know as soon as the new year turns, they start seeing fresh new faces that they've never seen before. And then within the course of a month or two, most of those faces disappear. So that's what a lot of modern day gyms do. They design them more around kind of like a social, kind of like a hangout setting. And they offer all this so-called extra stuff that's really nothing to do with getting stronger, losing fat. They offer all this extra stuff, like there's a sofa you can sit on and watch your TV, or there's a sauna where you can go and it feels hot. And they offer all these, quote, extra amenities that don't necessarily transform your body. And in the gyms that are similar, that are fitting this niche, and it's not a small niche. This niche that they're trying to fit is actually probably 50% of the people who say they would like to go to a gym, 50% of those people fit in this niche of they're not seriously dedicated. Trying to keep the track of what I was thinking. But so these places, they do a lot of focus on cardio equipment, like rows and rows of cardio. And then when it comes to the dedicated strength training area, it's not that extensive. It's not that adequate. It's like it's an area on that side of the gym that kind of covers part of one wall, but it's not that adequate because they know that the members that come in there isn't going to go to the weights and start hitting weights time after time again. They know that there are people that are like, I got a gut on me, I need to get rid of it. And so they make 70% of their focus the cardio equipment. And I guess the point I'm trying to make is that it is what it is. And like everyone has their own preference. So the people who prefer those types of gyms, I'm not saying it's automatically bad, it's automatically horrible, and no one should ever go to them. The price is really cheap, so that's a good thing. And if that's the environment that you feel comfortable in, by all means, you should go there. This is not saying that this place evil, do not go there. But I just wanted to kind of make people aware that it's, when you're driving by and you see these type of gyms, it's not just a gym that happened to open up. There's a specific agenda and a specific mentality that they are laser focusing on. And it's no accident you go in and they offer high-fat food certain nights of the week that you can stuff your face with. Um, you can go to those gyms and you can pay your low price and you can go to whatever machines and free weights they offer, which usually isn't that extensive. And you can weight train. You can go in. You can be dedicated. You can gain muscle, and you can get on their cardio, and you can lose fat. And not everyone feels comfortable in a what I use the term old school gym or hardcore gym because that's the era that I've been used to. So not everyone likes that setting. They don't feel comfortable there, and there's nothing wrong with not feeling comfortable in that setting. Everybody should go to what you like. But I just, like I said, I just wanted to make people aware that there's a whole batch of modern era gyms popping up that have that specific target, and their goal is not to get a bunch of people in their gym who become stronger, leaner, healthier, and super dedicated. Their goal is to get the minimally dedicated people to come in, sign on the dotted line so that their income starts to roll. And they know that 70% of the people that sign up are not going to show up on a regular basis. So that's low overhead. The money's still coming in, but the people aren't coming in. And that's my basic analysis or what I have witnessed about the modern era health clubs. This is Eagle Owl. Stay healthy, stay dedicated, and until next time, have a good one.